Last night, we all went out to dinner. We went to a place called Summer House, where I go frequently. Very nice, casual place. Lots of television sets and mostly fish. And
good drinks.
Yeah, drinks are fine. And Jeanne did not appear to have too many drinks.
No.
Jeanne is now doing her silent laugh.
Yeah, she has her hands.
Yeah, this is her
silent
face
in her hands.
And so we have dinner and pay the bill and get ready to go home, and that first step.
By the way,
that's a big one.
Publicly, thank you, Mr. Tony, for picking up the bill, which is
well,
very kind.
While I still have jobs, I can
be
very nice to people. If those jobs disappear at any moment, you never know. And Jeanne, why don't you pick it up from there as to exactly what happened?
Well, we were in a booth.
Yes.
And the booth, I thought, was one step up. But actually, the booth was 2 steps up. And I only eat about half of my dinner anyway. Wasn't it?
Actually,
it's
the
one
booth
step.
was
It's
one
just
step
one step up. So
you maybe thought it was flat.
It's a concussion.
But that explains.
I was see, this is what
you
happened.
only ate half your dinner, and you had asked them to wrap up the steak. Which Gary, Nigel, and I ravenously were eyeing for later when you left.
I figured I would go to sleep early, and you guys would take the steak. Right. But anyway, so they wrapped up the steak, and I thought there were, whatever, I miscalculated the number of steps up to the booth.
Yes.
So I stepped out of the booth.
Yes.
And I
into midair.
stumbled, and I thought I caught myself. But then...
Stage 2,
I went down hard on my butt, hit my head on a chair, and...
Spilled into the bar. Into the physical bar. Down goes Frazier!
Totally. Maybe I even rolled a couple of times. The next thing I know, I get up on my feet so fast, I just want to get out of that place. I'm so embarrassed.
I helped you up. I was closest to the point of impact.
Thank you.
Grabbed you by your arm, pulled it out of the
next
socket.
thing I know, there's this woman, and Nigel told me later she apparently was wearing an incredibly low-cut blouse, which I do not remember.
Louise, the busty nurse, is how we like to refer to her.
So the busty nurse comes over.
She really was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't remember
Total
that
butterface, but great boob shot.
It was a Mariah Carey situation, it appears to be.
And claimed immediately to be a nurse.
Yes.
Hi, I'm a nurse.
Right.
That was
and sort of appeared out of thin air.
Like
I
she
didn't
was
see
as
her
if
approach.
waiting. As if waiting for this to happen.
I'll bet this
'Cause it
happens
happens
a
every
lot.
night.
And I'll bet
Happens every
Louise, the busty nurse, just hangs out there waiting to administer first aid. Well, she began to feel my lymph nodes for some reason.
I don't know what was going on.
I don't know
Looked
what
like
was
I thought she
going
was
on.
preparing to kiss you, actually, as she grabbed your head.
I mean,
Could have been a movie.
Aren't you supposed to put a finger in front of their eyes and see if
But
they can
you
look?
were insisting, I'm fine, and I was wanting you to sort of play it out, at least pretend to be injured, so that Nigel and I could continue
enjoy.
to oogle her. Yes.
Well, she wanted
Not
me to
be
go to
confused
the
with Google
hospital.
her.
She was insisting that I go to the hospital. No, really, we're in Rehoboth Beach. I'm not going to the hospital down here.
I
okay?
feel that 2 terrible things happened last night in regard to your injury. One was you walked away from the nurse much too quickly for all the men who were looking at the nurse.
I wanted to get out of there.
The nurse... No one was looking at you at that point. Everyone was looking at the nurse. The nurse, who I'm sure has credits in a number of films. Secondly, the thing that you did that was horrifying was a few people from the management.
Unforgivable.
A few people from the management at Summer House.
Because the steak is on the floor.
Oh,
The
I
steak
dropped the
had
steak.
fallen. Yes, you had fallen.
Fell out of the styrofoam box.
And so now it's laying on the floor, and we all see it laying on the floor. And a couple of people come over and say, "We'll happily cook you.
Let us grill you up a new one."
new steak."
Right.
And you said, "No, I just want to leave." And
Dunce.
I was thinking, what are you doing? You're 0 for 2 on this.
Yeah, that was a swing and a miss.
Because we could have eaten all night.
We could have had
Absolutely.
5 steaks.
Well, at that point, Jeannie really looked like a cat in a cage. I mean, she was like, I just got to get out of here.
Couldn't get out of there soon enough.
But before she went out, they made her sign.
Yes.
What did they make you sign?
Well, they just wanted my name
Liability.
and phone number in case, 5 days from now I was, lying in a Natasha Richardson situation.
Right.
I think. And
So I'll tell you, it would be impressive if they at some point followed up with you. I mean, what else are they going to do with your name? And why would they need to contact you? That's what I don't understand.
No, contact Jeanne.
Right.
Yeah, because they want to make sure.
They don't want to contact me.
No,
No,
her,
right.
Jeanne. I mean, why would they need Jeanne's? Why would they say before you leave, can we get your name and number?
Because they want to know the person who's suing them down the road.
because in the lawsuit they can say we called her the next day and she said she was fine.
And by the way,
but now I'm
appear
And
to
you
be
are
fine.
Although we were worried about you.
Yes, we were all worried about you, and especially this morning. See, this is little known. This is not known to you two. She says, "Look, why don't I go out and get some coffee
The
for everybody,
walk.
and get some?" And I see I get some newspapers, and I say, "Just go out to the corner and make a right, and then eventually you're going to come to the town."
Maybe a half-mile walk, right?
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And then about 5 minutes later, she wanders back, and Jean, and she goes, "I probably should drive, or it'll take me forever." And I said, "Yes, I thought that was rather odd that you set off like Johnny Appleseed to walk into town. It just made no sense to me." So
when I'm at the
clearly
beach-
this is post-traumatic stress at this
Really,
point.
that
When
is.
I'm at the beach, I walk. I never drive any place when I'm at the beach. It just doesn't seem right. But then
But you
I
were going
realized
to have to bring back
Yes.
giant amounts of things,
Yes.
which the hot ones would have gotten cold, and you would have wandered. You could have wandered, taken a wrong turn, and wandered into the sea, never to be seen
she
again.
was concussive.
That's how I feel.
about a block away. I
So I-
came to
Now,
my
line
senses.
of the night, in fairness, was delivered by you when one of the patrons at the bar asked you if your wife was all right after Jeannie spilled.
That's right.
To which you said,
No, that's not my wife.
Yeah,
I didn't say.
You
Did I
said
say
she's
something
fine.
I
smart?
think you said, I assume she's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, she's home.
not here.
Yeah. I guess she's fine because she's home. Right. And then I said, no, that's not my wife.
So now the talk
So now-
about town
is
is
who's that
is
woman?
that
Who's
that
that
chick
woman?
you cheat on your wife with is a total klutz.
Well, apparently somebody at the bar made a nasty remark
Yeah,
about me,
Nigel
right?
took him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he said, "Oh, have another drink there, lady," and I really wanted to sort of take him to China.
And by the way,
Down
there's
to
no
China.
place I don't go where people don't make nasty. You have to learn to selectively not hear, even though you've heard the nasty remarks. You have to selectively learn not to hear, or else you will live your life as I'm doing lately, completely in the newsprint.
All nice remarks, though, last night at the Summer House.
Yes,
the folks
they were
there
Yeah,
were happy
I
to
just
see
hope
Mr.
I'm not
Tony.
on YouTube today.
I just don't understand how you gave them your name and phone number, and somehow we left without the nurse's name and phone number.
Yeah, it was
Doesn't seem
that
right.
was a
sorry,
ball
that
drop.
was your problem.